All right, my friends. Happy Sunday fun day to you. Aaron here bringing you daily horoscope for Sunday, the 20th. Getting close to the solstice here. 20th of June, 2021. We're a day away from changing of seasons, from the spring to summer, from autumn into winter. We have the sun at the last degrees of Gemini, the last degree of Gemini, 29 degrees. We are still creating this interesting trine this morning into the afternoon. The moon's going to move out of the sign of Libra, out of balance, out of justice and insight into deep emotional Scorpio. Remember where you were a month and a half ago, 2 months ago when the Scorpio full moon happened. This is a lot of shifting has happened in the past month and a half. Big changes. And that heavy energy is starting to lift. Now we're going back into this space, this familiar space, to move stuff around. Let me show you the chart. We've got the sun here, 29 degrees. The last few hours of the sun in the sign of Gemini. Take advantage of this lighthearted, happy, fun energy here on Sunday Fun Day. We have Venus starting to create this trine, easy flow of energy to Neptune. Easy flow, no hurdles, no obstacles. You know, I realized I started saying something in the last video about trines and I didn't finish it. So let me share that. When we see in like old astrology, when they talk about trines, it's like this easy flow of energy. Okay, and sometimes people think that because it's an easy flow, it's a positive aspect. And when we see squares in a chart, if you have your own personal chart, if you see a square in your chart, that a square is a negative, terrible, bad aspect. This is not truth. Truth is way bigger. When we see a trine, yes, it's an easy flow of energy. When we see a square, yes, it means there is conflict. Now, also when we see a trine in individual charts, sometimes we see extreme laziness in an individual. We see someone who is a lack of motivation because they don't have the conflict there that is necessary for the individual to act. When you see someone that has a lot of squares in their charts, although sometimes they may be, what's the word? There's underlining things, conflicts. There are inner conflicts. Oftentimes when you see a square in someone's chart, you see an active person who's trying to work out trying to maintain that balance. Where a trine, they don't have to work as hard, so it's like it just flows easier. So there's just different ways of looking at that. Okay, so now we have this trine here going on between two air elements starting off, and then it moves into two water elements and an air element, which is pretty unique. This only happens when the energy is at the very early or later degrees, you know, around the 0, 1, 2 degrees or 28, 29 degrees of a sign. So this uniqueness of this going deep, connecting with our dreams, connecting with our creativity, connecting with our oneness, connecting with this deep-rooted emotional issues, whatever is going on is really about me personally. Something might have happened to me in the past that has put me in a mood. This mood may be have become a behavior over time because I've held on to it. The South Node here is doing its very best in the 18 months it's in Sagittarius for us to release the traumas, the pains, the negativity in our minds of the things that held us back or are holding us back from living and seeking our truth and communicating in the sense of free playfulness while being alive on this planet. So the moon's important role this month is to connect with Jupiter, which is just about to retrograde. It's station retrograde, which means station retrograde means the moon and the sun and Jupiter are moving about the same speed right now. Where Jupiter's not moving ahead, it's not moving backward. The planet's never moved backward. In reality, it's an illusion to our geocentric, Earth-centered perspective here. So the planet's never moved backward. So this oneness, this creativity, this abundance and joy and happiness, it's like there is no wall, there's no limit, there's nothing stopping joy. It's our own mind. And moving from this place of mind and justice and balance, understanding it's our own mind and our own thoughts that get in the way of this kind of joy. So this is big time coming from Friday into Saturday. And then it's just like, okay, well, what do I need to dig up from the surface that's blocking me from living joyously? What's stopping me from living in my truth? What's stopping me from communicating? What's stopping me from being abundant or from thinking I'm abundant? This is very important. Very important question and very important answer, and the answer is within you. Mars moving through Leo, just starting now, square the moon, but it's just starting to create the trine to Chiron. Chiron's still trine to the North Node. So this is a grand fire trine that's going to be happening now for over a week. This is a very awesome energy because it's saying, well, what's stopping me? What's holding me back? Mars in the sign of Leo says nothing. Nothing is holding me back. Me. I'm the one. And if I'm choosing not to allow myself to be held back, if I'm choosing to go, if I'm choosing and saying yes to life, if I'm saying yes to this scenario, if I'm saying yes, I'm willing to seek that out. Yes, there's no water I'm afraid to cross, no mountain I'm afraid to journey over, no cave I'm afraid to enter. You know, the cave you're afraid to enter holds the truth you seek. So this Mars, this fearless action moving forward, saying, okay, I'm willing to take off the horse blinders. I'm willing to remove the filter of whatever pain or trauma had happened earlier in my life, earlier in my experience, so that I can see this world for what it is potential, opportunity, possibilities. I can work my way within the systems. Okay, we have that's the square here happening to Saturn and the square happening to Mars. This is about self, and this is a bit of this opposition that's going to be happening here between self, Mars action, and Saturn karmic society, Aquarius energy. This is like, well, the outside world existed before I was ever a bleep in my parents' thought. The world that existed beyond me, the structure, the organization, you know, and to change anything, do I have to be on the inside of it, working it? And it's this energy is like, look, we might have to learn how to play the rules to get in the game, but we can change whatever's necessary. Uranus here in Taurus. We can change. We can do whatever is necessary. And we're going to have this, trine here between a T-square between Mars, Uranus, and Saturn squaring off here pretty soon. So it's like this is energy we're moving toward. You know, like, well, who's the person over there and their power, and they're not, you know, I'm little, I'm nothing compared to, I'm out of their, I have no power compared to theirs. And this is like, look, you know, that's part of that filter I'm talking about. It's like, remove this filter and just keep doing you, keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. And we're going to start to see the rewards really come through. What else was I going to talk about? I mean, I guess that's our day. But that's a lot. I'm throwing a lot at you. I thought there was something else I was going to say, but I mean, basically, we're just trying to figure out, we're navigating through, finding out what it is, that filter, trying to remove that filter the best that we can. I'll share this. When I've known, because of my job, I work in the industry I do, I meet a lot of people from outside of the country that have come into the country that looked at America as a land of opportunity. Now, I know not everybody watching this show is from the United States, but this is a perspective, and this is something that's very profound. This is the last thing I was going to share. The moon here semi-sextile to the south node, while the south node is creating this fire trine to Mars and to Chiron. Chiron, healing of self. Mars, fearlessly moving forward, our own creative expression. South node, letting go and releasing the thoughts that hold us back. The moon is illuminating the shadows of these deep emotional sex, money, power, Scorpio energy stuff. Okay. So doing a lot of interviews with people and chatting with just people in general, friends that are entrepreneurs, something like that, and friends that want to climb the chain or whatever. And we have all of these people from outside of the country that America has this reputation, this land of the free, this land of opportunity. And I've seen people from third world countries, interviewed people from third world countries, people from all over with that mindset that America is the land of opportunity and the land of the free, that come here and become extremely, extremely successful. Where the individuals that are born in this country and born with those same freedoms and same opportunities, they don't see that because this is where they come from, and they have a harder time being as successful. So it's like this, again, it's that filter of saying, oh, this is difficult, or, oh, this is opportunistic. And because somebody saw something as opportunistic, or somebody else saw something as a challenge, one person was met with a challenge while the other person was met with opportunity. So we're getting to work on these deep emotional blockages, if you will, on Sunday that are going to help alleviate and bring those shadows to the light. So it's cool energy. And then the sun's going to move into the sign of Cancer, and everything is going to change. So enjoy this fun kind of energy this weekend, my friends. I love you. I wish you enough. We'll see you tomorrow.